Good boys. Good, what's good, what's good? We'll cover buys, don't worry. We'll cover buys, guys, do not worry. I cover bias at 5 minutes before market open. Give people a chance to join up. What's good, Christ? Real, what's up, bro? What's good, Sergio? Hamza, what's up, brother? Carlos, what's up? You got a 99%? You're banned, bro. 99%. I think we won anyway, though. Thought on the new futures prop firm, Legacy Futures. I personally wouldn't trust them because they're brand new and no reputation beforehand. Never heard of Futures Elite. They're like alpha but more expensive. That's probably why they made them, bro. A lot of firms are gonna start copying alpha. What's good, Johnny? What's good, Manny? What's good, Rock? I didn't even check the new My Fund and Futures clan, to be honest. Plan. They're both really good firms, bro. FTMO's a really solid firm. I would just go with them if you can. Apex is $18 account. Yeah, man. Listen, yo, guys. Hold on. How many more days until? See, Raj knows what's up, man. Raj knows what's up. There's 90% off Apex accounts for one more day. One more day. Is FTMO better for you? You can't trade futures on FTMO. So if you plan on getting a lot of accounts, I'm not doing that. Triple B. Apex 90%. Couple days left. If you guys want to join the Alpha Futures giveaway, let me know. If you use my code, we're gonna run the giveaway winners in 3 days. I feel like a lot of people are using my code but not messaging me that they are. So if you're using my code, just send me a message on Discord. Why would you want to trade FTMO? Well, some people trade Forex, Tim. I wouldn't trade FTMO because I don't trade Forex. Opinion on Forex? It's not bad because there's so many pairs you can choose from, but I guess futures is similar. Let's open up some of these accounts. I'm gonna full port one Apex account today, so we'll see how that goes. Daily bias is covered at 925, man. I'm gonna just start putting up a sign. I don't mind sharing bias because I know bias is not an easy thing for a lot of people. And you want to learn how, I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you're trying to learn how I can consistently get the bias or be on the right side, or at least protect myself when the bias is wrong. Um, so I get it, but it's 925. I don't want to have to repeat myself for when new people join. So we cover bias at 925. Yeah, you can pass it in one trade. Can you please explain the Apex? It's just 90% off. So if you want to get an Apex 50K account, you can get one for $15. The maximum you can get is 20. Um, it's not a bad firm. Just make sure you know the rules if you're gonna go with them. Usually Apex traders, lower risk to reward is better. You don't want to aim for high risk to reward setups. You want to just slowly build up that account. And that's where you'll have most success with Apex. I am gonna go for an Apex payout, so I'll let you guys know how I do and how I'm gonna go about it. I've never like really went for one before, so Apex has activation fees, yes. So it's gonna be like a $15 eval. The activation fee is like 125, I think, for a 50K. Don't quote me on the number. I actually don't know. I don't really trade with Apex that much, but like I said, I will be trying now. So yes, of course. Apex pays the most people out every single month, believe it or not. They give out the most payouts. Because the people who do get payouts on Apex, the payouts are really large. Because you can get 20 accounts on Apex. It's not as easy. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's not as easy as, for example, let's say Alpha Futures. It's not as easy. But if you can do it, I mean, you can do it, right? People do it. People do it all the time. How is it $15? They have 90% off their eval, bro. So I gotta sign into my accounts here. Give me 1 sec, then we'll cover bias. I don't mind trading no news Monday, especially on NFP week. All right, let's cover the game plan. Let's cover the game plan. Got my accounts open. Okay, first things first. We may listen very closely because I'm not gonna repeat this. We may very well just dump all the way to Friday's low and Thursday's low, and that's okay. If that happens, I'm probably not gonna be a participant. I really don't see myself. Maybe that'll be like in the PM, but I don't see myself shorting in the AM. At least not right now. The bias, I'm going to be honest, is not that clear. What do I actually think is going to happen on this given day? I actually don't know. I don't think it's that clear. What I think is going to happen on the week? Well, if today closes bearish, then I know where it's going to go on the week, right? So there's that. But what do I think is going to happen today? I'm actually not so sure. But the game plan, however, the game plan is very easy. Going into market open, I'm not that sure. But I do know one thing for sure, right? Even if I was bearish, I sure as hell would not be shorting anywhere in this price leg. Even if I was bearish, right? Where can we potentially go lower? We can fill the new week opening gap completely. Whether we respect it or not, I'm not sure. We're going to have an opening range gap as well. We can probably go down for that. That's resting around somewhere here. We may fill it before market open. London high, right? This looks like a classic daily power 3 where London puts in the high. If price comes back and we get some sort of run on buy side and then a premium, sure, I don't mind that. What's my real bias today? The most high probability thing that can get me a winning trade today, or at least on the right side, is just play the range. As long as if I can look for longs from discount and shorts from premium, the reason I say that is because there's two scenarios. Scenario one, in my opinion, we just dump and dump and dump all the way to Friday's low and Thursday's low. In which case, I'm probably not going to execute a trade anyways because I'm not going to short low of day and short discount when we're in an all-time high market. I don't even have a clear bearish bias on the higher time frame. Obviously, there's no clear daily bearish bias. So if we're just going to keep dumping, it is what it is. We're probably not going to execute on the funded. Maybe on an eval, the Apex eval, we can look for a full port idea, but not on my funded. Scenario two, which I think is more ideal and more characteristic of a Monday, is we look for a range day. So basically, because we're in discount, we seek back into the range. And once we go to the premium side of the range, right, we fall back in. And it's sort of like a seek and destroy Monday. Not really seek and destroy because it's going to be a large range. So it's not going to feel like seek and destroy because there's going to be ability to play on both sides. So that's the game plan. We're going to look for that range characteristic. Basically saying, once we go lower and lower and lower, eventually we're going to just stop and start moving higher and higher and higher. And then when we move higher and higher and higher, I'm going to expect it to move lower and lower and lower. So where could it potentially go right now? New week opening gap 75%. Low of the new week opening gap. It could potentially take out the RTH low. Sell side right here. I'll just mark it out like this with sell side. And if it really goes bearish, it's going to take out these daily lows. Although I don't want to see that because, I mean, then it would be a no trade day. But that is what it is, right? So we'll mark out this level. And that's the game plan. When we do get that potential reversal higher, what could we potentially aim for? We could aim for this pre-market high right here. We could aim for midnight opening price. We could aim for, I wouldn't aim for more than that, to be honest. So that would be it, actually. So that's the game plan. What I'm expecting, very clearly what I'm expecting is price to range. That's my anticipation. It's not really what I'm anticipating. It's more so just what I'm going to wait to see characteristic of. Because I don't know if this is going to dump or if this is going to range back into higher price action. But what I do know is I'm not going to short here. So if it does dump, it's easy for me, right? It's going to be a really easy day today. It's going to be a really easy day, right? The model should protect us. and it should be easy to be on the right side or no side. So pretty simple game plan, and that's it. It is a fair value gap, pretty much. I would never short this far into discount anyways. Anyways, you guys know the deal. We're going to minimize chat, focus up on trading now. 9:30 open, starts aggressively going higher. So you see that opening range gap we have. I'm not going to mark it. It's going to get a little bit confusing there. In fact, I could just move the cool quadrants here. No, I'll leave it for now. So see, now it's going to be a little bit more clear. If we just pump up, take the buy side. If we just pump up, take the buy side. That's a pretty good Judas swing idea, right? You see, now we're falling short, so. Okay, see that overlap? See how that immediately just overlapped? Yeah, that means I'm going to do nothing for a while. It means we're probably going to be waiting for the macro or 945 or at least first presentation fair value gap. So now the game plan is easy. Just wait. Just wait because I don't want to trade this overlapping. I don't like it. We don't want to see overlap. We want to see clean candles, displacement. So thoughts on EU trade deal? Nah, doesn't matter to me. Don't really have any major thoughts. So see this overlap? Yeah, we're not trying to be a participant in anything overlapping like that. Just stay very patient on your hands. Is the best thing you can do. Obviously, we have the 15-minute bearish there. Again, doesn't matter because I'm never going to short this far into premium. I mean discount. We're working inside that new week opening gap. We have that opening range gap here. Looks like that. We have a lot of overlap between the levels. What I guess we could do is just mark out the opening range gap low and call it that because I don't want to mark anything else out, to be honest, in that sense. We could mark out 50%, I guess. But as for the other levels, it's just gonna get too messy. Even that's pretty messy, to be honest. Let's quickly look at the YM. Yeah, YM pretty similar signature, right? We dumped overnight, and now we're inside that 15-minute bearish. As for the dollar has actually been kind of pumping, so kind of makes sense. Indices were going down. If we look at the stock market, it's kind of all over the place, mostly green, and the stock market is. He told me don't worry about it. He told me don't. Yeah, I'm gonna remove these opening range. That sound. Anyway, I'm looking at this buy side pool pre-market. That's my main thing I'm kind of looking at right now. Again, I wouldn't get involved in anything in here. Look at ES. Look at YM. No good. No good. Remind me to check my subscription. Bro, I keep getting charged for some Apple.com bill, but I swear I'm not getting anything with Apple, bro. I'll check right now while this market's hella choppy, bro. Bro, you're telling me I got charged for the Clash Royale Battle Pass? Is that shit a subscription, bro? Is that shit a monthly payment? Bro, tell me that shit's not a monthly payment, bro. Or it's from hella time. It's a monthly payment? What is that BS, bro? Valid purchase? I don't even play it that much, bro, but shit, I guess we're going all in, bro. Clash Royale stream in the PM. Is it? I don't think it is monthly, bro. It is? Can anyone here absolutely say for sure? Like, you actually 100% know you're not just theorizing. It's not. Fuck, man. Why's everyone gotta have a different answer, bro? This guy said it is promise. No, it's not. It's a one time. I played every day. It's not. Oh man. Wait. The season hasn't even ended, so I don't think it is because no, there's no way it's a monthly payment, bro. But this could have just been a payment from. You charge your iCloud too. Am I gonna trade today? Maybe. Maybe on just evals. Well, if that's what it is, I mean, I don't mind. How much did I get charged on my card? Hold on. I didn't realize I had a reoccurring Clash Royale battle bus. Uh, that's funny. Still no first presentation, so just wait. I got charged. Oh, I guess it's like adding stuff together. No, but that doesn't even make sense. That would be. Oh, is it in? I guess that's in US dollars, huh? 3502. Cause that should be 31. Oh yeah, I guess so. I guess it went up. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I mean, it literally says right here what I was charged for, so I'm not even gonna. I ain't even gonna complain. Cause low key, guys, I realized I had like three things that I never canceled, and they just been subbing me every single month for like a good amount of time. You know how painful that is? It's like damn, you know. Wait, today the 29th? No, 28th. Interesting. This is a pretty shitty open, but I mean, it's fine, right? Like I said, today, model should protect us. So today's probably just gonna be. Might just trade an eval today, or maybe the zero account, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of need to get rid of the zero account, so I might just be super aggressive on it, go for a max payout, and then just pass or fill and get a standard. Because I can't even copy trade them with my other alpha funded. I have three alpha fundeds, and I can't copy trade them all. One's 100K. Well, I can copy the 100K and 50K, but like literally on this zero eval, I'm gonna force a trade every single day until payouts eligible, and I'm gonna just do that every single day until I blow the account, man. Like I really CVA. I kind of just wanted to test it. I mean, I guess we can go for one. I'm tired of switching accounts, if I'm being honest. Payout rules are pretty easy. What's a zero account? It's a no activation fee alpha futures account. Usually I risk 125 on a funded account, but guys, YM is moving lower. Nasdaq higher. Maybe ES higher too. I don't even know. Can you show me? I can show you after trading if you want. No, they're definitely worth it. It's more of a beginner friendly account. It's more of like it's cheaper and the rules are really simple, right? So it's not a bad account for a zero account. I would actually recommend it to most people because it's 3 times cheaper than a standard. It's just I already have 2 other fundings that are standard. Um, I would rather not. It's like the perfect beginner account, if I'm being honest. Perfect beginner account. We're trading Nasdaq. We still really haven't put in a first fair value. It's probably gonna form here. Hopefully, who knows? There's that buy side we were looking at. My fund futures is better or alpha futures? In my opinion, alpha futures because the payouts are easier to get. You do not need a buffer. You don't need a minimum amount on the account. You can request inside the buffer zone. So if your goal is to get a payout, alpha futures. We're trading Nasdaq, bro. Is it 935 FEG? This one? I mean, it could be, but that's too small for me. It's not even there on the S&P 500, so I'm not going to use it. Could be. I'm going to refer to this. Nice beauty if it forms. How are you? I'm great. You think you can go to all-time highs? It's possible. I usually look for something more definitive. If the market was like one-sided and formed something small, it's different. If the market is just like doing this and we happen to get a first present, like we happen to get a fair value gap in that, to me, that's like meh, you know? I'm literally gonna force $200 winning days every single day until this account passes or gets payout. Why don't you count that? Because one, it didn't form on ES. Two, it's really small. Three, it formed when the market was just going sideways. You can use 935. It all depends on what you guys have backtested. Don't just do it or say it because someone else did. This is how I've tested it and found good success with. I would always avoid these little shitty ones that only form on one index and they only form like 2 ticks inside of a sideways market. Like that's not normally the one I use. Buy or sell. I wouldn't look for sells. Not saying I'd buy anything here, but like maybe if we got a fair value gap here inversion, like somehow some way, and it also gave us good risk to reward, like maybe, and maybe we can even like potential midnight. If this inverse and somehow gave us good risk reward before the equal highs were taken, do I think that's gonna happen? Probably not, but who knows? Oh, even the micro and the mini are not in sync together, bro. It is in ICT's rules, by the way. Yeah, ICT usually skips out on these little shitty ones. I personally am not taking any shorts. You could short this though. First presentation inversion. You could. Oh, guys, look at the mini. Guys, look at the mini and look at the freaking micro. What the hell is that, bro? What is that? That's crazy, is what that is, bro. That is crazy. I don't know. I don't know if someone pressed the wrong button on the algo or, but that was great. We might actually get a. No, the risk reward is just not going to be good enough. Like If you guys want a 1 hour trade, I guess if this inverses, you can take it 1 hour. Put the stop at like the body low. I don't know. It's a terrible trade. Who else took longs? $5,000 on the day. External S&T 4 hour IPG. Massive, massive longs. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. You're on your own. You're on your own, I think, bro. She told me don't worry about it. Guys, absolutely massive longs today. Why can't you just put TP at London highs? Because it's rarely just going to go straight to London highs. So you need to take a trade where it's more likely going to move up than take your stop loss, right? Bias is just the first part of it. You still need to have a good model that's going to protect you more times than not. You can't just buy and risk your whole account on it going to London long, on London highs, right? You need to have an edge. For example, let's say we inverse this fair value gap. That's kind of a confirmation that it's more likely to go up than down. So that would be a good time to push the button and say, okay, well, because we invalidated, the last couple of minutes of order flow, I think now we could potentially move higher. Rather than just saying, okay, well, we're probably going to get there eventually. Let me just click buy. Okay, we're going to get there eventually, but what if it does this before going up? You're going to risk your whole account on this not happening? We don't know. So you have to have a model still. Is it a good idea to enter sell at the 4 hour fair buy? If you have to ask me, it's not a good idea, bro. Yo, did you take that long? Bro, obviously. Um, it's not just top step, bro. It's the micro. It's not top step. It's the micro. The micro contract has a lot more wicks than the mini. Why is it wicking so much? I don't know what to tell you, bro. Don't know what to tell you. I trade the micros, but I always chart on the minis. I wouldn't use 935. You can use 935 if your edge presents in 935. I would never use 935 personally, though. You recommend charting mini? I personally do risk. How can you risk 125 on minis? I only chart on the minis. I execute. I execute on the micro. So when it's time to push the button, I execute on the micro chart. I have the micro open up here on my second monitor. I'm just charting on the mini. If the micro hits a TP but the mini doesn't, do you still take profit? Bro, do you realize what you did? I'm executing on the micro, bro. So if the micro hit, you think I'm just gonna like extend my TP? If it hits, it hits. I never just leave a TP. That's not how I trade. I use market orders primarily like all the time. I'll have a definitive stop level. That's it. This wouldn't be a valid protraction. Actually, did we respect the 2 minute? Yeah, it would be a valid protraction. So 2 minute fair value gap. Then we inverse the fair. We inverse that 1 minute. Which, by the way, is literally exactly what I said. If you guys want a 1 hour trade, it's not even 1 hour yet, though. Yeah, and I don't want a 1 hour trade. It's not even worth it. Would you consider the 951 count MNQ as liquidity sweep since NQ didn't? Yeah, 100%. There is an SMT there. I don't know which candle it was, but. What are you thinking about ICT? What does that even mean? Trump is speaking right now? Is he? Is he actually speaking right now, or is he like planning like going on stage soon? I am still watching CMG. It's nowhere near my limit order, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna be honest, my dad already bought it, but and me personally, I don't know, man. Me personally, we're this close to the previous year's low. I'm waiting on that. Massive longs up 100K on the day. Yeah, nice, bro. Nice trade. The SMT's with the micro. Yeah. 935. The reason I'm not using 935 is because one, it's way too small. And two, did not form on ES. Three, it's formed with too much wicking back and forth. Like I was saying, if the market is just doing this and we happen to get like a 2 or 3 tick per value gap on one asset, I'm not using that personally. You can use it, but again, my edge is not prevalent. I would never trust this. I would never ever be like, all right, we inverse first presentation. Like, hell no. I am not trusting that shit. Would you place TP if you're on all-time highs? No. Where's all-time highs? London high? Oh, you could look for like a final TP there, in my opinion. If we get the 15-minute CISD here, though, you can call it the inversion. Okay, we could have a very clear bullish bias then, to be honest. That would be absolutely great if we get the 15-minute CISD. But look at ES. Look at ES trading all the way down here. Look at YM, probably sideways. Never mind, YM's also lower. It's not in sync. Markets are not synced. I don't like that. Made a gazillion today. There is a bearish SMT too, yes. But remember, there's no such thing as bullish and bearish SMT, in my opinion. There's simply a divergence, and it depends on your bias. Because a true SMT means there's actually a crack in the correlation, and one asset's being favored to move higher or lower, showing strength or weakness. So is there an SMT is there a divergence here? Yeah. Is it really bearish? In my opinion, no. I think it's just gonna be a draw on liquidity. So I feel like people. The reason I say that is because there's a lot of traders who just say bearish SMT means we're bearish. Stop attaching the word bearish. Stop attaching the word bearish to a fair value gap and an SMT and an order block. I wouldn't. It's premium and discounts. It's not bearish and bullish. It's not every single. So like, you know, and I don't say that because it's wrong, mostly, although kind of technically it is. I say it because you keep telling yourself bearish, you're just naturally going to be bearish. You're going to see a bearish fair value gap, you're going to be like, oh, probably bearish. Bearish SMT, probably bearish. You got to get out of that mindset. You got to get out of that mindset. You got to think more premium and discount, right? Premium imbalance. Premium civvy. Is a trade really worth it on a no news Monday? Brother, that's something you have to figure out before you go hop on the charts Monday, right? That's not something you can just be like, you know, figuring out right now. You told me don't worry about it. I want longs as well, but nothing really here. What's good, Lee? You got that song stuck in your head? Well, I'm glad to share the deed with you, brother, because it's also stuck in mine. I don't even know the name of the song. You're in long now? Good luck, bro. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for the markets to go in sync. I'm waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. This would probably confirm this as low of day for me. Yeah, I mean, that's bullish order flow. We get the closure. Do you know Justin Whelan and do you like how he trades? I don't know exactly how he trades, but I like him because whenever I see a clip of him, he's always trading the same way, I think. Someone can tell me if I'm wrong, but I respect traders who are consistent in their executions. I don't care if he trades bearish flags or freaking trend line. Anyone who trades consistently the same, to me, is a respectable trader. Anyone who preaches that the model does not matter and it really comes down to everything else, which I also think he does because he makes a lot of videos on psychology, I also can respect. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people think like they're gonna take their favorite trader's model and be profitable. Oh, I wish. I wish it was that easy, man. I really do. I really do. We got the 15-minute CISD. I like that. So we could potentially look for a continuation long for midnight or London highs. Although I don't really see how one clean is gonna form. Look at ES. ES is awful. ES is horrendous. ES sideways, YM down, Nasdaq up, dollar up. I don't know if I want to risk money on my fundage right now. I was in his mentorship. Nice. I also respect traders who trade live. Maybe I'm biased because I trade live, but I feel like a lot of people teach a model and then don't even trade it live. They just like post the course. And it's like, what? How are you supposed to learn someone's model if you can't? That's like that's like I don't know, that's like LeBron James coaching you, but you can't watch him play. He just tells you what to do. Like, what? Shoot the jump shot by angling this way and jumping your feet together. But then you can't watch the jump like LeBron. Like, what? What are you talking about, bro? I don't know. That's just me. So, in my opinion, I like people who trade live. I respect them. I respect people who trade the same way consistently, not just trading, whatever. Um, I like people who preach that it's not the model and it's everything else because it's really easy to trick people and just be like I hate when people say you need to just learn my model. It's 70% win rate, 80% win rate. You think it matters, bro? It doesn't matter if the model's 100% win rate. You give it does not it literally means nothing. It really means nothing because in the wrong hands, they will not be 100% win rate. It's not possible. So I hate when people sell something. I don't mind people. I have nothing against people selling a model or selling a course or anything, but I hate when they make it seem like if someone just buys the course or gets the model, they're all of a sudden going to be a good trader. Do you realize how stupid that is? Do you realize how long that's been going on in this industry and it's just never been once to show true? Like that's just not how it works. So I don't mind people who sell stuff, but at least be honest. At least tell them like, listen, this model is only like 15% of it, right? It's not gonna make you profitable, but you do need a model, right? It's everything else. I don't know. That's just me though. If you're trading on live stream and teaching and you don't make full time income off trading, you a fraud. If you're trading on live stream and you don't make full time income off trading, you're a fraud. I mean, I would disagree with that, bro. There's people. If you're going on live stream and saying you gotta join my course, you gotta. Some people just live stream to live stream, bro. Some people just want to go live. Some people are learning how to trade. They want to go live. They're not selling you anything. They don't want you to. They're not saying come copy me. They're not saying come learn from me. Right? No worries, Rock. Shorts now. I mean, I wouldn't look for shorts personally. And there's no fair value gap anymore. I mean, one possible scenario for long would be like if we swept this low and broke higher. Maybe the inversion there. I did say range day. I did say range day. We have a very nice, clean 4-hour fair value gap right here. Did we? I can't even take that inversion. It wouldn't even be a valid model. I'll tell you in 15 seconds if it's a valid model. It is a valid model. You could technically take this inversion for me and it wouldn't break any rules. I don't think I'm assuming the inversion happens. I'll tell you how I would trade it. That doesn't even look like it's gonna happen. It happened. So you could technically take this. I would probably never take this. But you could. This would just be a tape read. It's just the 15-minute order block idea. Why could you take it and why wouldn't you? We came down, respected a fair value gap, and we got an inversion. That's my protraction model. Why wouldn't I take it? It's because I have no conviction whatsoever that this isn't just going to go back into the range and stay choppy, right? The first step of my protraction model is I have to expect expansion. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I expect expansion right now. It's been a lot of wicking back and forth. ES looks like shit. YM's okay, pivoting higher. You know, can I really expect expansion after taking this buy side? No, I can't. So technically, it's a rule break. But if you do expect it to go higher and higher and higher and higher, then you can take that trade. It's subjective, you know. So it's up to you. If you think we can expand here, this is my model. Obviously, you don't have to trade it. But if you think we can expand here, then it's not a rule break. But to me, this would be a rule break. It's also just not the highest probability because there's a lot of wicking back and forth with a really large divergence between the pairs. So the giveaway is not done. If you use my code, message me on Discord. I will enter you in the giveaway. We're gonna roll the winners on Thursday. What could happen here is Nasdaq reaches midnight open and then ES breaks that SMT here. So ES trades into here. Nasdaq trades into midnight open / maybe London highs. Possible. We have these equal highs right above midnight opening price. It's possible. It's also possible we take that buy side, huge SMT holds, we fall down. It's not enough conviction for me to risk money on my fundeds. The setup is not good, and the conviction is not as well there. So to me, this is like a C trade. It's like a C plus B minus. Like the model formed, but the setup's not clean because of how wiki it is, and it's more in premium. That's one. Two, and the conviction of moving higher to begin with is also not that strong. If I was really confident in this level right now, I don't care how bad the setup is, I would just take it. The reason I'm not taking this is because I'm really not convinced that we're gonna have a clean run towards this level. You know, that's the reason I'm not. Like everything is there. If I had at least one or the other, like say the setup was really good, okay, then I'll take it because I'll at least get to manage my risk. Worst case, I take a reduced loss, and that's fine. But for me, yeah, we also have the 4-hour Sibi that we'd have to get through. I mean, we did get the 15-minute shifts. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think shorts makes more sense here now. Because we've been one-sided since 9:30. We're inside the 4-hour. We've swept the buy side. We're in, you could argue, some sort of premium now. Which plan has the no activation fee? It's the zero plan, brother. If you get the zero plan with Alpha Futures, you get 20% off. I can add you to the giveaway, and yes, if you pass, you do not have to pay an activation fee. It's a really good beginner-friendly account. That's the simple way to put it. It's a really good beginner-friendly account. If we get the CISD here, man, I think I like that a lot more. See the conviction in this potential idea rather than lower is nice. Yeah, we shifted on the 15, but we have good draws lower. We're now in premium. We've been one-sided since 9:30 open, have not taken out a single low. And I'm expecting a range day. So if we get the CISD, this might be an execution here. Stop loss will have to cover the high. 9:30 and final runners. Something like that. This could be a pretty good trade idea. I could even de-risk because the risk reward is pretty good. 2.5 R. Normally I like to put the stop at closure above the body, but let's see, I actually think I'll execute this if it forms. We'll take it on the 100K. I'm not gonna trade the 50K because it's eligible for payout and I don't want to risk it. I'm just gonna wait one more day. But this I will take on. Okay, hold on. Let me do quick math. 10, 4. It's gonna be around a 7 micro trade. Make that 6 because slippage. I'm waiting for this to tick higher. I will just execute it there. I'm looking for a better fill right now. Looking for a better fill. We trade into that order block slightly. All right, I'm in on my account. Let me make sure the risk is good here. All right, the risk is definitely good. In fact, I can add one more micro. All right, let's try this idea. It's a good trade. We got a nice breaker, nice CISD, 4-hour imbalance. We swept the buy side. I'm really happy with this trade. Really happy with this trade. I got filled, yeah, around the same price on both accounts. I like this trade a lot more. We got the 4-hour imbalance, buy sides taken, one-sided morning. We're in premium, strong CISD, nice breaker block. Right here is the breaker. We got a small fair value gap now. Like, I would very be comfortable losing this trade. And that's a good way to frame your trade. You need to ask yourself, like, would you really be frustrated if it lost? No, I wouldn't. I think I would take this every single time, especially on a Monday. Especially on a Monday. So we'll see if this respects. I think there's a 2-minute in there. No 2-minute. He told me don't worry. I stream on YouTube and TikTok. Mine is automatically marked out. I really don't think it's incorrect. It's opening price right there. Confluences for this trade. We've swept out the buy side, the 4-hour premium Cibi. We've had a one-sided morning session. No run on sell side. That's pretty rare, especially for a Monday when I'm expecting a range market. The pre-market plan was to short premium, long discount. You could argue this is premium above 8:30 opening price, approaching midnight. We swept buy side. There's also an SMT. So a lot of good potential reason to go lower. Something else good about this trade is the risk reward is pretty good, meaning even if we can just go a little bit lower, we could potentially look to scale our stop loss or, reduce risk. Strong breakdown from the 4-hour. The CISD's right there. The breaker block's right here. It's a really good trade. It's a really good trade. The timing's a little bit off, 10-12. But we didn't really go much lower below 10 a.m. 10 a.m. opens, low, high, breaks lower. So I like it. SL is unsafe. True, bro. Let me just. Absolutely not. Stop loss is at. On the micro, it's 528. On the mini, 529.25. This is a. Obviously, we're executing on the micro. You think we're going to sweep the highs? I don't know. I mean, obviously not. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken the trade. We do have an S&P like this now, so we'll see if that holds. Pretty one-sided drawdown so far. Holy shit, we have 560 on TikTok? That's lit. Why is your midnight open different? It's not. Yours is probably incorrect, brother. Yeah, I don't mind a re-entry idea. It's not going to be as nice as this setup, though. So we'll see. This is your breaker. We'll see if it holds. Can you explain how you marked it? I mark it automatically with an indicator, but it's simply the opening price at midnight. I mean, you can't mark it incorrectly. Go back to the midnight candle, mark out the opening price right here. No, this is a short. It's the divergence between the correlated assets. Look at this high right here on ES. It has not been taken, right? So it's a divergence. Basically, it's showing that ES is showing weakness. Getting pretty close to that high. I don't think I would re-enter if this takes out the high, because this is a pretty good setup. Unless we take out the high and get like a strong displacement all the way back down, I really don't see myself re-entering, if I'm gonna be honest. So if we get the stop here, I think we just wait till 10:30 or 10:50 macro. I was hesitant to take a trade, not convinced it's bearish. I'm pretty convinced though. You show me which NQ use, but NQ chart is different. Which NQ? NQ1 with beta adjust turned on. This could act as a reclaimed SIBI. I would definitely want to see that get reclaimed. It may not though. We'll see. Nope, I took this on my funded. What about no news Monday rule? Whose rule is that? It's not my rule. Your TikTok live is so annoying compared to YouTube. Yeah, the TikTok comments are stupid, bro. I told you, bro. The second we go in drawdown, the second we lose a trade, all those guys watching TikTok will come out. They'll come out, bro. It's a reclaimed city. I probably want to see this be respected, but that's in clean markets, and this is not clean whatsoever. So we're throwing deviations on this. I don't know. It's really sloppy, guys, if I'm going to be honest. It's sloppy. Giving us an opportunity to close break even here. To be honest, I still think it's worth the risk. So I'm just going to leave this trade. Would you move the stop loss to the lower high? No, I don't think. I mean, it's not a protraction model. You could, but it's not a protraction model. So I'm not going to. We're just going to just let this one. I think this is just, like, I think this is one of those, and also it's sloppy markets. So like we could get another deep retracement. The idea of this trade is we don't need to go any higher than this. We have a sell side target, and we have targets below sell side, like new week opening gap low. And I think this is one of those trades where it's simply just like you just kind of let it go, and it's hit or miss, you know. Why did I enter? Because I was bearish at the time and my model formed. Midnight opens premium, but there's also the 830 level we came above, so. Put it on sub only. I can put TikTok on sub only. Why trade if you save yourself? The market is very sloppy. I'm generally wondering. This trade is worth the risk, in my opinion. That's all. That's a simple answer. I hope everyone in chat thinks they're the market maker. Let them be happy, bro. It's okay. Do you use midnight open or market open? Both. Nice trade. It's a good trade, yeah. Regardless of what happens, it's a good trade, right? I'm happy with this trade. You got to make that call to the market makers. You have expansion lower than expansion higher. I have to work on the 1 hour. Yeah, lose. I would take this trade again, guys. I'm gonna be honest. This is a really good, solid. The setup's good. The idea is good. Everything is good about it. Damn, bro. Someone say something. The micro is like reaching sell side levels here. If this fully gets filled, I don't want to be in the trade. We're dropping this to break even. We're gonna leave it at that. I didn't get to partial anything there. I did not get up. I guess that's my fault. I should have got the partial there. Actually, the micro fell short one tick. Let's just see what happens. If we're gonna and the reason I'm bringing my stop here to break even, listen very closely. If we're gonna overlap that entire move that just happened, that's really slow. You know what? Actually, I'll put the stop right here on the protraction. I like that a lot more. I lied. I take that back. I'm going break even. I mean, realistically, break even for me is 507, so I'm just gonna put that there, 507.25. You full porting Apex funded? I would never full port an Apex funded. A lot of people hit TP there. Yeah, that was around. I don't know how much order that was, but anyway, it looks like we might get break even here, which is fine. If this is what's gonna happen, like I don't want to be in that trade. Yeah, my TP got edged as well, which is why I'm also breaking even, because it looks like we're gonna set those equal lows. Can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. But I love it. No, I executed this on my phone. If I take a trade on my screen here, it means I executed on my funded as well. There is no way in hell I would ever deal with the amount of comments I get for pushing the button if I didn't also take the trade on my funded. What would I be doing wasting my time accepting all that hate for no reason? Not a live account, no. I'm not trading my live account on live stream. TP was 4 points away from getting my funded. I mean, my partial was one tick away. We went down to 466.25, and my partial level was 466. So We're like getting edged like both ways right now. You manually close. If you got the manual close, yeah, good job. I got like perfectly one ticked. Like, I'll just show you guys. The first part from 930 sell side. It's just like perfectly one tick down. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. Can't do much about it. But I just wanted the range. I had my TP at the 925. Wait. Yeah, you had it down here too? Wait. 925. 948? You'd be pressed? I'd be pressed. I mean, I don't think I would be pressed. Not really pressed. Nothing I can do about it, bro. It happens. What are your thoughts on Alpha Future Zero account? I bought one yesterday. It's a great account for beginners, bro. It's really cheap. You can get a really good return on your investment. And that's it. Is there like a 5-minute bearish? There's really nothing here. I mean, the idea of the stop loss here is I don't want to see this fully fill in. So, like, you guys see what just happened on the micro? Did anyone just get that on the micro? What the hell is this market? Did you guys see? Did anyone see what happened on the micro right there? Look at the micro. Just wicked the buy side, bro. And it wicked the... Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Literally do not take another trade today, bro. Literally, just do not. If you're trading, just simply put, do not execute the buy or sell button again in this morning session. I'm going to be honest. If you're trading the micro, that's the third time this happened. There is literally no telling what the hell could happen, in my opinion. 3 times is kind of crazy. Especially when the mini's not doing it. If the mini was doing it too, you can make the argument. The mini's not doing it. It's just the micro. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself, man. Don't do it to yourself. I actually got a positive spread on that though. Funny. We're actually up $3. Too easy. Winning days. Too easy. Too easy. At least on the... Wait, we hit TP on this account? What the fuck? Well, I mean, I'll take it. We hit TP on one of our accounts, so either my limit was like a couple ticks off. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining. We'll take it. One of our accounts got the TP. I guess I put my limit order like just one tick off. That's funny. Anyways, I'll probably just open up an eval right now and just trade that. Or this Apex account or something. Let me open up an Apex account. 90% off, man. 90% off. 90%. I just full port what chat says just for fun? No, I'm not doing that. Trade the zero account. I hit TP on the zero account. I hit my $200 winning day. So, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll go back to trade my other fundeds in PM. We got broke even on the fundeds. So overall, pretty good day. I mean, And that's exactly what I said. If we went with that mindset, short premium. Someone said the core MyFund. Okay, what's this core MyFund Futures account, bro? I don't know. Everyone keeps asking me. I don't know. Core plan sim funded. What is it? What is that? Maximum loss limit 20,000, 2,000. Okay, here. Let's review. Everyone's looking at this. 50,000 sim core funded. Easy path to live funding. Okay, whatever. I don't want to see below 1,000. So you can trade with 5 micros when you first get the account. Okay, that's fine. So listen, don't let them trick you. No consistency rule. Great. But you can only trade 5 micros, which is fine. Tier 1 news trading. I don't know what that means. Okay, qualification for payouts. 5 winning days of $100. This is really good in my opinion. Withdrawal limit, maximum $1,000. That's pretty low, but for a beginner account, that could be really good. After your first payout, maximum loss limits remain 51,000. See, this is the rule that I don't like. This is the one rule, in my opinion, that makes alpha futures better. That's it. It's as simple as that. That's the one rule. It's that one rule that basically tells you you have to get a buffer before requesting payout. And I don't like that rule. This rule is, they only put this rule for one purpose. They want you to blow the account before you get payout. That's it. So unless this account is really cheap, to me it's not worth it. I don't even think you want to go live. Daily loss limit of 900, minimum balance of 140, static balance. I mean, this is a static balance. Don't go live with these prop firms, man. Just go your own live account. How much does this account cost? It's a good transition to live, but I wouldn't go live. Why would you go live with this account? Why would you go live? Just go live on your own. You can go live with no restrictions. Minimum payout, minimum balance. I mean, no, listen, don't get me wrong. This is a great plan, but doesn't beat the alpha futures rule that you can request in the buffer. I don't think you guys realize how easy it is to get an alpha futures payout. Like, I think that's, I mean, no one's arguing anything, to be honest, but I don't think people realize how easy it is to get an alpha futures payout. It literally takes 3 wins. You can do it in 3 wins. 1 R, 0.5 R, 2 R, whatever R you want. 3 wins that are consistent, and you can request a payout. You do not need a buffer. Not only can you request a payout, you have a very good chance of requesting another payout because your maximum loss, it's this rule right here. It's this rule right here. Your maximum loss limit gets set to 50.1. It's this one right here. This rule makes it so you have, if you plan to get multiple payouts, which should be your goal, you have to get a buffer. You need to make like around 2,000-3,000 on the account before you request payout. In alpha futures, I guess I'll make a video on this for my next payout, but I literally had 3 winning days. I'm gonna request a payout, and my maximum loss limit's gonna stay. Exactly. If you make 500, you'll be minus 1,500 instead of 0. Exactly. So you can still, again, user, you can just repeat it. 3 winning days, request. 3 winning days, request. Once you get really good, you can scale up the account if you want, and then the max payout's 15,000. Bro, 15,000? That's like the perfect clean. I get the standard account, but if you're a beginner, I'd recommend 0. But listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My Fund of Futures is cooking. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They've been cooking. They've been posting a lot. This is a good account. I don't know how expensive this is. Okay, before I judge, let me see the price. Does anyone know the price? What's the price, bro? I'm seeing a lot of different prices right now. All right, let me check. I'll just check. $77 a month. This kind of looks like the alpha. This is basically, listen, I'll tell you guys exactly what this is. And you guys decide what's best for you. I'm going to break it down right now. Listen, this is exactly like the zero eval. This is exactly like the zero funded. There's only one difference, okay? Well, there's two differences here because you need consistency rule for eval here. You don't need that for the zero account, but there's two differences here between this and Alpha Futures version. Alpha Futures version, there's a consistency rule, and you can pass in 1 day. On this version, there's no consistency rule, but you can pass in minimum 2. That's the first difference. The second difference, okay, hold on, I forgot the most important part. With this account, you need to build a buffer before requesting a payout. With the Alpha Futures account, you do not need to request a buffer. That's the difference. In what way are the zero accounts worse? This one has an activation fee? No, this one doesn't. This one doesn't. The way that the zero account is worse is because there's a consistency rule. This one does not have a consistency rule. So you need to ask yourself, what's more important to you? Consistency rule or no consistency rule? Or requesting payout in buffer or not requesting payout in buffer? You need to ask yourself what's better. It's literally, that's what it's going to be. What do you mean by building a buffer for payout? I'm in this account right now. So once you request a payout, Gab, once you request a payout, your maximum loss limit gets set to, what's it called? Gets set to 0 or whatever. So let's say you make $500 and you want to request that. That's going to leave you with $100, you know? So you kind of have to build a buffer, you know? The potential return on your investment is not going to be as good as alpha. Because when I request a payout with $500, I have $1,500 left. I can easily repeat that process again and get another one. Activation fee on Alpha Futures depends what account you get. If you get the 0 plan, then there's no activation fee. If you get the 50.1, oh, so if you made 500, you have to request 400. Yeah, I got you. Top Step is the same as My Fund of Futures in that sense. I mean, it's up to you, Gab. You have to just compare. I just want to give you guys the information. And on the standard, if you get the, okay, so if you get the 0 plan, no activation fee. If you get the standard, yes, you're correct, Philip. If you get the standard, the activation, it's $150 for every account size. What's the best Alpha Futures account? It depends on your skill, I guess, and your where you're at. If you want a cheap, beginner-friendly account, you can get $70 my Alpha Futures account with no activation fee. So really cheap. It's easy to get a return on your investment. Yeah. Yes, zero account has consistency rule. Consistency rule is Why is everyone so confused? Would you consider doing sub-only TikTok lives? What does that mean? Like only subscribers can watch? You still take partials? Sometimes. If I'm only risking 125, then usually I just go for 2-3R. Unless I can scale into the position. If I get like 2-3 micros, then probably not. But I'm just gonna go for 2R. I'll just look to reduce my risk, Eugenio. Yeah, we got broken even. I mean, on one account we hit TP, so yeah, it all depends. If you find that your wins sometimes are really big and then sometimes really small, then you don't want to get a consistency rule. But I'm also going to be honest, something that's good about a consistency rule for beginner traders is it's going to force you to just be consistent. A lot of people, the no consistency rule is going to hurt them because they're going to think that they can go for these huge, big trades when in reality they can't. I feel it's a lot easier and better to go for consistent wins, 1R, 1.5, 2, Maybe the occasional 3, 3.5, sure. But if you're just losing and you're just constantly throwing home runs hoping for a 4-hour trade, or even worse, sometimes people lose. That is true, user. If you get a huge whiz, you can average it out. That is true. But you know what ends up happening? People will just start to over leverage. And they don't get punished for over leveraging until they blow their account because you can't over leverage on alpha. If you over leverage and you win too much, you're not going to be able to meet consistency. So me personally, I'm way past this anyway. I'm not going to tilt and over risk anyways. But let's say me like 1.5 years ago, if I were to be like in down, I want to up my risk and be like, you know what, I gotta make this back. Let me risk 500. If I risk 500 and end up making like 1,000 or 1,500, that screws my whole account. I'm not gonna get paid on that account. I'm not gonna be able to make a return on my original investment. So I don't want to over leverage. It doesn't do anything. It does not benefit my ability to make money. It actually makes it harder, right? So you have to be careful with that, right? You got to be careful with that. Um, yeah, it's up to you. It's really preference, guys. There's so many options. There's really so many options to prop firms, man. There's so many options. You just gotta pick what's your favorite. I like alpha futures because the no buffer rule. It allows me to get very easy payouts. You can link alpha to TradingView, yes, if you get TradeAvate. Bro, can you, if you don't mind, give me some simple scaling plan because right now I'm funded with Apex, but fees hurt so much, and with Apex it's harder to take payouts. Aim for 1 to 2R. Anywhere from 1, 1.5, or 2. Yeah, zero plan has evaluation phase. I don't know about funded next. Sorry, bro. My top type was only minus 500. Can I still only make 1,500? Yes. Your best day. If you went minus 500 today, user, then you can make 2,000 today. But if you went minus 500 another day, then yes, you can only make 1,500 now in one day. These are my candles. F F F F F F F. 4. This could be a valid 1030 power of 3 idea. 1030 opens, trades higher, it shifts down. If you're bullish, it also formed there too. The CIST right here. It all depends on your bias. But I'd probably wait for an extreme because we're range bound, right? The fact that this didn't continue shows us we're range bound. Look at ES, still around 930 open. It's done pretty much nothing. I mean, it's somewhat moving higher, I guess, but oh, first time, welcome, brother. Just passed my eval with 1 trade overnight. Nice, bro. What about my Somali futures? I don't know if that's real or not, but that'd be great. Would you enter again? Maybe in the 1050 macro. We took 1 trade. We hit TP on one account, and the other accounts hit break even. You always go for 2 RR anyways. Yeah, I would just pick the person who asked me about their Apex. Stick to 100 shoes. I'm gonna decide with it. I mean, if you have an Apex account right now, you kind of have to just trade with it. Don't just blow it. Don't just blow your Apex account. You just need to know how. There's nothing wrong with Apex. You just have to adjust. Charting mini is better. Yes, charting mini is better. Been in since before London. Would you get out? I personally would have. Well, if you didn't get out, like new week opening gap, 75, 50%. I mean, it depends if you took anything off. Potentially a nice order block here. Still have full size. Apex denies payout. Apex doesn't deny payouts where people follow the rules, man. at least me personally, I've never met someone who's actually fully followed the rules and been denied a payout. Apex pays out more money than any other firm every single month. And you're hearing, I don't even trade Apex that much, like rarely. I have Apex accounts, but I'm not trading them. But I do want to quickly stack, not quickly, sorry, slowly stack them up. If you were to start over all over again, what do you mean start over all over? Like start from scratch? Or do the exact same thing? We're going to get a protraction in the macro watch. It's possible. Exactly, MM. That's exactly what it is. I don't even preach that necessarily alpha is the best, but I definitely think if you're working on your first couple payouts, alpha futures is the best. It's the easiest one to make your money returned on your investment. Isn't that the goal? To spend money on an account and to bring money back into your bank account? That's the goal. So you need to ask yourself what's the best firm to achieve that goal, right? In my opinion, Alpha, the Top Step's a really good firm as well. How much Alpha account ship 150K account? Zero depends which account type. You want a zero or a standard? You can have only three with Alpha, but the max payout is 15,000. 150K. No, but what account type? A zero account? There's two. Realistically, you're not gonna get the advance. So I'll tell you that the zero account right now is $70, no activation fee. The standard account is, I don't know how much it is. I think $80, but there's an activation fee. The difference is very simple. I'm going to explain it to you in basically one or two sentences. You can make more money on the standard account, and you can make less money on the zero account. The zero account's 3 times cheaper. The standard account is 3 times more expensive. Everything else besides that is pretty much the same. You can also pass the zero account in one day. That's it. Zero account, you can make less money, but it's 3 times cheaper. Funded account, sorry, a standard account, you can make more money, but it's 3 times more expensive. If you're a beginner, I'd recommend the zero account because it's only $70, no activation fee. They both have 40% consistency rules. Yeah, that guy's tripping. You can only withdraw 50%. Yes. So if you make $1,000, you can withdraw 500, which would be my realistically what I would do. If you make $500 on a zero account, just request 250 if you're eligible. Like whatever, as soon as you're eligible, take money out. Do not wait. You don't get punished to take money out. So as the moment you are eligible, drop your mouse, drop your mouse and just wait. Well, I guess it's 5 days, so you don't have to wait. As soon as you're eligible with Alpha Future Zero account, take a payout. You're gonna have a lot of money left to work with on the account. You can repeat the process. You can get payouts bi-weekly. So yes, you can only request 50%, but you can request a payout every week. What would you rate Apex? Just because I have 3 Apex I've been paying for. I feel that. It's $70. It's only $70 every month until you pass the account. Once you pass the account, you no longer have to pay anything. The background is right there. Just an off-white. Don't trust a firm that does crypto payouts. That is very scammy, in my opinion. What would I rate Apex 1 out of 10? To the advanced elite trader who's that doesn't even matter. What rate that like the fact that you can get 20 accounts with Apex is unmatched. FTMO is trusted, yes. You're right. Yeah, 1-to-1, 1-to-2s, bro. Very simple. I don't know. It's hard to rate Apex. It's hard to rate Apex. The fact that you can get 20 accounts is pretty insane. Obviously, the payout is harder, but the scalability is insane. No other firm, like, you know, can do that. Would you say it'd be easier to go FTMO if they don't charge monthly if you don't pass them? FTMO is a Forex firm, not a futures firm. If you trade Forex, sure. Funded Next, I don't know anything about Funded Next. I think you have around like 26 hours AC AMO. You should give TPT a try, brother. I went there for 4 months, 0 complaints. TPT is really good. I like how TPT has their structure. The only thing for me about TPT that I don't like is the fact that it's live trailing drawdown and what's it called? I definitely do plan to get TPT accounts because that daily payout is beautiful. And to me, it's better than the live trailing drawdown. Like, I'm willing to overcome the live trailing drawdown aspect because of that. This could be a short right here, by the way. What's it called? The live trailing drawdown thing, because of the daily payouts, it just wouldn't be my next go-to firm because I still feel like Alpha, Top Step are more superior, and then probably Apex because I can get 20 accounts, maybe then TPT. But I'm just taking it slow. I don't like to rush. Yeah, I mean, if you get those, I'm gonna be honest. If you get the buffer on those, if you get the buffer on those take profit accounts, that's probably the best account you can get. But you have to be able to get the buffer because then the trailing drawdown stops, right? You think Alpha Futures is better than Top Step? If so, why? Yes, I think they're better. One very simple reason. It's the same reason I think Alpha Futures is the best. Because you can request inside the buffer zone. That's just a perfect way for me to trade. That for me, it's just perfect. It's really easy to get a payout on Alpha Futures. Tradeify is pretty much the same as Apex for me, except you can get 20 accounts. It's like a little bit better a version of Apex. Very tiny. They have like one rule that kind of puts them, but you can only get 5 accounts. So if you're going to do Tradeify, you might as well just do Apex. Take Profit has the potential to be number 1, but you have to be able to overcome that live trailing drawdown. And that's not easy, especially on eval. Rule on Alpha Futures funded, does it drop to 35%? What do you mean 35%? Alpha is charging activation only on the standard account. If you get the 0 plan with 20% off, well, you don't have to get 20% off, but you better get 20% off if you're going to get it. Then you don't pay activation fee. No, I didn't take this trade. I'm just tape reading. This is the 1050 macro protraction we talked about. Someone in chat already knew. I don't remember who it was. But they knew. They knew it was going to likely form. Maybe they took it. Now, I'm not going to trade the morning session. I'll watch this tape read trade go, and that's it. No, it stays at 40%. Was that you, Roger, who said that? The protraction that's going to form 1050 macro? Yeah, you knew. Yeah, it's not an easy one to trust. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not an easy one to trust. The drawn liquidity is strong. Hard to trust that setup. But it is 1050 macro, so you can make it. I pop in and out of your stream throughout the day, and it seems we always have the same ideas and talk similar trades. That makes me much more confident. Thanks. Well done, bro. How much does Alpha take of your percentage payout? Which account? The 0 account, they take 10%. The standard account, it scales. It starts at 70, then 80, and then goes to 90%. The advanced account, which is their highest account, is also 10% they take. Is that model propation? Propation? What's propation, bro? I have the plan to take first payout with Apex and move on to other firms like Alpha and then when I'm on my phone for Apex. That's good. That's basically my plan. Keep getting alpha payouts, then I'll move to max top step, which I guess I can start doing now. But probably keep going with the alpha. I also need to swap out my alpha account. I guess the long term goal is 3 alpha 150Ks. This is a tape read, yeah. I'll never. I guess there are some scenarios. If I'm trading eval, then I won't push the button. But if I'm trading my fundeds, I'll always push it in front of you guys. I have no problem losing or winning in front of you guys. Do you use bookmap? No. I don't think shorts are good, TBH. Yeah, that's why I didn't push the button either. Only not trading previous NFP day this week. Thursday is the only no trade day. Yes, correct. On Wednesday, we'll be trading the afternoon with half risk. Why don't you get max allocated with Apex? I'm just not ready to spend on 20 accounts activation fee with Apex, especially because the live trailing drawdown, it's something I'm going to do, and I'm slowly working towards 20 accounts. Just not yet. I feel like I'd rather have, right now, 350K alpha accounts, which I'm kind of in a kerfuffle, because then do I just blow my current alpha fundeds? Do I just keep requesting payouts until they get blown? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But I'd rather 350K alpha than 20 Apex 50Ks, if I'm being honest. What is 1050 macro? Just a key time. Auto scale 50K to 150K. How much is 20 accounts? It's not really about the price. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Also, then I can't really copy trade them. I don't know. I feel you, bad technique. I feel you, bro. Yeah, that's funny. Does the Apex have a max payout? Not after you break out the payout cap. It has a max payout for the first 5, and then it's no max. So you can go for it after 5. Why don't you trade this setup? I wasn't convinced, so I'm just tape reading. I already hit TP on one account. We got break even on the other ones. It's been not the cleanest morning session, but we'll see. This one looks not bad right now. Didn't form a protraction model, so you probably keep the stop there. That's what I could do, MM. I could just go for a max payout on my accounts and then switch to the 150. That's not a bad idea. Or do I want to go for all 50Ks? That way I can copy trade with other firms. I don't know. I'm in a kind of kerfuffle. What's your win rate? My daily win percentage usually hovers around 60. My trade win percentage depends on the model, depends on the trade. But my daily win percentage is 60. Pretty consistently. So the short you took was a 930 reversal and you expect expansion? Yes, exactly. 930 reversal, daily protraction, expecting London high to be intact, at least until we take out sell side. It would probably be just the 50Ks. I wouldn't go for max 50Ks across all firms and then switch to 150. I would just stick with the 50. There's nothing you can't do with a 50K that you can do with a 150K. The only difference is the first 2-3 months will be easier on the 150 because you have more drawdown. That's it. But in reality, once you get that, that 1 to 2, 3 months of winning, it's gonna be the same account. You can get 250Ks with Apex, yes, but the 50K is the easiest one. That's a whole other thing. The 50K with Apex is way easier than the other options. You have the most loss to win ratio to work with. So on Apex, me personally, I wouldn't go for any other size than the 50K. If I'm going to get 20 accounts, I want the best odds for me to get a payout across all 20. I am going to 100% get the 50K account, right? So if that's the case, and I'm going to eventually be copy trading 20 50Ks with Apex, I'd also probably want to include my other 50K accounts. So I probably don't want to, unless I just do Alpha Futures separate, because Alpha Futures is the one prop firm where the rules are just way better. So I can easily trade 350K alphas. You can make full-time salary with 150K alphas, bro, if we're being honest. 350K alphas, 2R would be, what is that, like 375, around like 800 P&L per day. Payouts are going to be 24, 3, like, yeah, almost. Thoughts on the best loser wins? I actually haven't read it yet, but I have it right there. It's on my list. You just take max 50K across firms, copy trade, and copy trade evals too. I personally don't copy trade evals because I think it gets into a really gambling motion when you're just, trying to pass an eval in 1 or 2 trades and you're copy trading them all. It's really easy to spend a lot of money on them. I like to go slow and steady. Get an account, pass, pay out, get an account, blow it, okay. Get an account, blow it, okay. Get an account, pass, pay out, get an account, pass, pay out, slowly and steady, get my allocation. Right now I'm focusing mostly on alpha futures. I had a bad month in June. Full transparency, June was like break even. June was a full break even month. Well, actually, it was a losing month. I think June was a losing month. And I did not get paid in June. So what did I do in July? I focused on alpha futures only. I was working on some Apex evals. And I just focused on getting a payout in July because I did not get paid in June. I wasn't happy with my performance in June. I could have traded a lot better, given the market was more tough. I took a lot of trades. I hesitated a lot of trades. So what's your plan for alpha futures? How many accounts do you want to have? I already have the max accounts with alpha futures. I'll pass my evals manually. And then it worked out for me, right? We got paid in July. I'm happy with what I was able to do in July. So, maybe we start going back into Top Step or just maybe keep focusing on alpha for now. Right? Every time I get paid, I'm putting that money into a live account. So to me, that's the real goal. So you can scale prop firms all you want. For me personally, I want that live account. I want to risk 2% and compound. That's my goal. That's my real goal. So it's up to you. Goal for me is to have as many 50Ks as possible and copy trade 1 mini every time. It's not a bad idea. For me, that's a lot of risk, but it's up to you. I think forward bear 70 is a clear stock idea. It's probably there. We start seeing. Maybe. Take care, bad technique. Do you think book? How much for live personal? It's up to you. What broker do you recommend? I like TradeOvate. TradeStation's good. TradeOvate is good. AMP Futures is good. Those are probably the top ones if you want to trade with TradingView. Bookmap. I've never used Bookmap, so I wouldn't know. What broker do I use? I use TradeOvate, and I also use Interactive Brokers. I have 2 live accounts. One for swing stocks. Actually, I have 3 live accounts, but one for swing stocks, one for long-term investments, and one for day trading futures, which I have not really been trading because I don't want to trade these markets. Also, I want to put more money into it, so I'm just kind of focusing on these alpha payouts. Well, would you ever learn order flow, like a real order flow? No. Don't need to. I can see it on the chart with the candles. That's good. Payouts from prop. Yeah. That's always been my plan. I feel like some people, I don't know. To me, that's always been my plan. I want full freedom. I want to be able to risk 2%. How much percent should I put into my live? A general rule of thumb is put whatever extra you can, Whatever you can. Calculate your expenses. Calculate your budget and see how much extra money you have. Right? If you're going in debt every month and you're not putting any money into a live account right now, you have an extra $1,000 every end of every month. You can put half of whatever is left. You gotta calculate your money. You're such a smarty. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, for me, my real edge will be able to be unlocked once I trade live. because live has no consistency rule, which means I don't have to bound myself. I can hold for the daily range. I can even hold overnight if I need to. I'll be able to scale in freely because I will never be at risk of blowing the account if I'm risking 1 to 2%. To me, the edge is just maximize unlock. Gatie, why isn't your code working on 0? It is working. You probably just put a space in there somewhere. Just delete the whole section and try again. So for me, it's always been live, right? There is nothing like a live account that you can risk 1 to 2% on. You copy trade personal and live funded to get. I'm not trading my live right now, but I probably would, assuming it was a good setup. Yeah. Let me know if it works, Tommy. It should work. 20% should still be going on. Yeah, should be good. Whoever bears cleanest target on ES. In my personal opinion, I think we can get the daily lows here. Although that gap was pretty extreme. It worked. All right. I guess just message me on Discord so I know what your Discord is. I'll add you into the giveaway. If you guys use my Alpha Futures code, let me know. I'll add you into the giveaway. Broski. Any free to join giveaways soon as well? We're gonna do one on Thursday. I'll let you guys know right now. If you guys are if you guys are if you guys are in the chat for staying this long, I appreciate you. I'm gonna do a giveaway on Thursday. We're gonna give away, I don't know, one or two 250k Apex accounts for free. Well, boys, the alpha giveaway is gonna be Thursday, I think. That way, someone can get the account for August 1st, and it's really easy, like rebill. Or we'll give it away Thursday, and worst case, they get the accounts for Monday. I wanted the person to be able to have the whole month to trade. So I think Thursday or Friday, because Thursday's a no trade day, so it'll be boring stream. So we can do the giveaway there. We're giving away 4 accounts, so hopefully some loyal fans win. The giveaway numbers are going up though, but still 4 accounts is you'll have the best odds because it's 4 accounts. So I don't know how many entries there are right now, but I don't know. People always wait till the end and then just they ask me how many entries and they spam by. It happens every time. I guess people really want the free account, but what's the best prop firm? I mean, it's definitely subjective. It depends what you're looking for. In my personal opinion, it's Alpha Futures. I think Top Step's up there. Depends what you're looking for. But for me, it's Alpha Futures, without question. Well, boys, I appreciate you guys coming through. I gotta go make some food. Um, I will see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. Today we called the markets pretty well. We hit TP on one account, break even on the others. I talked about the range day. I said you can play the move higher and lower. That ended up playing out very nicely. So overall, bias was correct. I would say the pre-market plan was correct. Not easy executions. I think these lows will get taken personally, but it's hard to say when because the market is sideways. Yes, no activation fee on the zero account. Kindly show us the indicator. It's called ICT kill zones and pivots. You can go back in the YouTube live stream and see the settings if you want. I'll quickly scroll through them due to the opening prices I use. And this is going to be posted in a couple seconds. So you can use my settings if you want. It's up to you. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys live again tomorrow. Till next time. Peace. Appreciate you. FESS Ag. Ari, appreciate you, brother.